everybody, welcome back to Dance with Mary NYC. I have another terrific episode for you this month, so let's get started. In this month's episode, I want to talk to you about if you can order pointe shoes online for yourself. The short answer to that question is, it depends. Okay, so if you're already a professional and you've been dancing for a long time, or if you're an elite dancer or you're very serious and you know what your size and your width is, completely okay to order pointe shoes online. If you are a beginner, or if you're a basic beginner, or if it's your first time ordering pointe shoes, I really can't recommend ordering pointe shoes online because it's such a specialized piece of equipment. It has to be fit exactly to the skin. If you are in a situation where you are in a place where you aren't able to go to a store, there are many stores that now offer virtual fittings. So you could call up the store, you could get a recommendation for 3 or 4 pairs if you can swing the price, 3 or 4 pairs shipped to you, and then they go with you online and they guide you through the fitting, and then you can return whatever it is that you haven't used. And I took it upon myself to do some Amazon ordering, so maybe you don't have to. Maybe you can learn from what I'm doing here. It's called Day Dance, and Day Dance is $26.90, and for $26.90 what you get are the whole shoe, of course, the pointe shoe. But then what you also get, I mean, it's kind of interesting how much you can get, but what you get is you get the ribbons already attached. I guess that's okay for some people. Usually ribbons have to be customized to your foot where you're putting them, so I don't know, I guess if you're, not wanting to do that, but I don't recommend that either. I always recommend you attach your own ribbons. But then you also get this bag that you can carry it around, a little, like, it looks like a nylon bag. And then the other thing that you get is you get toe pads, which I suppose that's a nice extra. And as far as toe pads go, these aren't too bad. They're pretty thin, they're pretty slim. So the other issue that I had with this was not so much, I mean, they do have, well, they said in their thing it's a 3/4 shank. It doesn't really feel like 3/4 to me, and it's not a true 3/4. Maybe it's skived a little bit, but it's such a hard shoe. I mean, I would really have to really break this in to get it. And I was a professional, so I was strong enough to get over on pointe, but I don't know if I could on these. This also says it offers you a wide platform, but I don't know if you can see holding up here. This is pitched. So that means that this shoe, see, it's not balanced. So that means this shoe, because it's at an angle, because it's pitched, you're gonna go over further. So if you didn't know that, if you just purchased this shoe and expected to be directly straight on the plumb line, you might be in for a surprise because of that angle or that pitch of the shoe. The other thing is it says the sole is made out of cork, but I don't know, maybe this is cork. It looks like cellulose to me, but I could be wrong about that. And then the inside, maybe that's some kind of cellulose too, or perhaps cork. But I'm gonna actually try this on so that you kind of see what I'm talking about. Now, the other thing that really I thought was not good about this shoe at all was they only came in whole sizes. So what are you supposed to do if you're a half size? And it only comes in one width. So if you don't have a choice of width, what are you supposed to do, right? So you might get a shoe and then it doesn't work on your foot at all, and then maybe you're stuck. So you can see that this shoe is just absolutely huge on my foot. I mean, look at that space, because I was forced to order this half size up, because I didn't want to order the half size down, because then I wouldn't have been able to get over. So the next one is Ijond. And I know I'm not pronouncing that, but it's Ijondh, Ijond. So it's also made in China. There's nothing wrong with shoes made in China, but I just went for the price. So this was another inexpensive price. So for $25.86 currently on Amazon. What I got in this was, if I can figure out how to open this box, there we go. I got very nice packaging if you're into that. I got, this is a nice mesh bag. This came with the order too. I got the pointe shoes, again with the ribbons stitched on, and I already discussed, what I think about ribbons pre-stitched on. And then the next thing is that I also got toe pads with this one. So money saving, you can't beat that. Well, I didn't really have a choice for the width. I mean, it says 3X on the bottom, but I don't even know what that means for this shoe. It looks very wide to me, and I didn't ask for a wide width. I don't have a wide foot. But the other thing is, again, if you can see, this shoe is pitched. So that means it's got an angle, so it's not balanced. So what's going to happen when you get the shoe on, it's going to thrust you over this way. And especially for beginners, you really need to find a straight platform and be straight up and down. I'm not quite sure why they've angled these shoes, but that's just how they've manufactured it. So here I am, I'm going to just put my toe pad on. And the toe pads, you know what, I have to say the last 2 toe pads I've tried are pretty good. They're like nice and thin. Okay, and again, it's just huge because I didn't have the option of the half size, and I knew if I ordered the whole size down, I wouldn't be able to get my foot in it at all. So here I go. I'm gonna try my 2 big point shoe again, and yeah, ow. So for my 3rd and final point shoe that I ordered online, and please, I apologize for mispronouncing this, sorry, my apologies, but it's Nexete. And then so I looked that up and I said, okay, where is this? And it said that it's Harkenstone Inc. in Columbus, Ohio. And I said, oh, I'm from Ohio. I didn't know there was any point shoe manufacturing in Ohio. Well, when you look further, the business is owned by Jing Bin Zhang, and it's 2 people with the last name Zhang, so it is coming from China. And once again, if that's not a problem in and of itself, it's just understanding where your manufacturing is coming from. So with this one, I got a lovely bag again, a nice satin bag, and I did order red. I just wanted something different for that one. And with it again came the toe pad. And the toe pads again are lovely, but it's the same toe pad as in the other packaging. So very often in manufacturing, and this goes for like appliances, clothing, everything, they'll have one big factory and everything is manufactured in that one factory, and then they put different labels and different price points on it. So you're just getting the same thing. And I think this looks exactly the same as all the other shoes. It's got that same slight pitch to it. I don't know if you can see it so well here, but we'll show you. See that pitch? And again, not really a balanced shoe. You're either going to be here or you're going to be here. And then ribbons attached again if you prefer that. I don't recommend it, but if it's something that you have to have, the ribbons are attached. So we've got some lovely packaging here. We've got a nice pair of pads. I was able to get closer to what my street shoe size. Anyway, I have to tell you, I feel way pitched over. Like if you weren't already pretty accomplished dancer, you might go over too far. So those are really recommendations about whether to order point shoes online or not. I would just say buyer beware. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I really enjoyed sharing that information with you. Now don't forget to click if you like something, subscribe, and share this episode with others. And then leave us your comments below. What would you like us to cover in future episodes? And thanks for watching.